Anthony Richardson is already a top 5 quarterback in 2 skills areas.
There's no better way to get better at football than playing football. So if you want to...
Taylor's going to finish it!
I've always been confident in my abilities. I think, I'm a guy that can go out there, and I always believe in myself that I'm going to get open and make the play if they throw me the ball.
The third. Ryan, end zone shot for Pierce. He caught
it! Oh, what a... Everyone, and welcome to the Colts Cast. We are here to talk about everything and anything Indianapolis Colts. He is Jamal Lawrence, and I am Eric Smith, your co-host of the Colts Cast. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. If you would be so kind to hit that subscribe button while you're tuning in, it would help out immensely. Plus, it's free, everyone. Look, Jamal, let's talk about this hypothetical trade scenario we posted. What was it? Yesterday? Yesterday. Hypothetical trade scenario. So it's hypothetical, guys. It's not a real one. Colts received Chase Young. Commanders received 2024 third-round pick and 2024 fifth-round pick. So we asked, would Colts fans gamble trade capital for Young's pass rushing upside? Let us know below. So now an overwhelming majority thought this was a steal for the Colts, which is fine. Like I'm okay with that, but I want to make sure everyone has the fine details. The Commanders would never do that. Chase Young is worth a first-round pick. Let me put things into perspective real quick. Chase Young will be an unrestricted free agent in 2024. So let's say we traded for him today. He's only, certified with us for 1 year, which means he's free to sign with any other franchise after that deal's up. We'd also be taking an $11 million cap hit on a player who's started 11 games in the past 2 seasons. 1.5 sacks, by the way. So I haven't even gotten to his injury history, Jamal. Like they're saying his explosiveness has been taken away with his injuries. But anyway, I don't know. That could change. One last thing, draft picks. So I saw some comments, it's a bag of chips for Chase Young. But, those bag of chips draft picks, we did get Josh Downs and Darius Rush with those picks this year, which were considered very high steals for us. So I'm not trying to sway everyone's opinions here on the trade scenario, but I just want to clarify what's at stake here. So, guys, if you didn't see it, let us know in the comments who you would take. Would you keep your draft capital or would you take Chase Young? But, Jamal, where shall we start?
We're going to start, before we get into the main segment, let's go ahead and give a shout out to Manscaped real quick while we're here. And then we get the ball rolling with all the fun stuff. So, guys, baseball is back, and I know everyone wants to hit a home run, but you can't do it when your untrimmed bush is starting to look like Wrigley Field. Get your game on point with Manscaped, and you can start scoring on and off the field with their top-notch grooming products trusted by 8 million men worldwide. Grab some Cracker Jacks, a hot dog, and the Lawnmower 4.0, and let's play ball. Don't forget to use code ColtsCast for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Manscaped has the full package for your package this season. Performance Package 4.0 checks every box, and it has a 5-star tool you've been searching for, your balls club. Start off, the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 trimmers getting hyped as the Mike Trout of trimmers. And after using it, my confidence level was sky high. In and out quickly to get the job done in just a few minutes. Something that Rob Manfred can't say about anything. Going up to the plate against Jacob deGrom is tough enough. Dehair your nostrils with the Weed Whacker 2.0 for Manscaped so you can take your best shot at it. Clean up below the waist in 2022 with the best lineup for Manscaped. Trim your balls and your bat with Manscaped to get the MVP discussion this season. Most valuable player, of course, with the code ColtsCast for 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code ColtsCast at manscaped.com.
So here we go. Another episode of yours truly, guys, Anthony Richardson. This will be the last one we do for a while. We don't want to overwhelm you guys. I know everyone's so thrilled about this one. Thrilled enough to drop a like on the video, right? But anyway, the modern quarterback. So what comes to mind when you think of the best traits, talents, or skills to have? It's probably a mixed bag of results. If we had everyone pick I think a quarterback really needs to be a jack of all trades when it comes to those skill areas. But one thing is for sure, Anthony Richardson is already a top 5 NFL quarterback in 2 skill areas. We talked about some areas he needs to improve in last episode, but let's check in the positives. There's 2 skill areas. He's already top 5. You probably won't believe us just yet, so let's talk about it. Jamal, what is the first area in which Richardson is already crowned in the top 5?
I think the first one that it's pretty noticeable. You've seen the way his legs move when he ran that 40-yard dash. And if you've been watching any film of him, I would say his rushing ability. We're going to be talking about his rushing ability, guys. I think that's at an elite level for him because when you think about Richardson, what he can do, man, he can run the ball 3 different avenues. He can run over you, he can jump over you, or he can juke and shake you. I guess technically 4, he can just run past you too. He's that fast. So we'll give him 4 different ways to get past you. When he was in Florida, guys, he averaged 6.3 yards a game in 2022. That's crazy. I mean, he touched the ball twice. He takes off on the run. That's a guaranteed first down. You're always changing. You're always changing over. I don't know if any of you have watched some of the film, but those big breakout runs he had, I mean, the run against LSU was insane. Broke 3 tackles, juked 1, got a massive touchdown on that scramble. That option run against Texas A&M, exactly what we're looking forward to seeing, man, whether that be JT at running back or anybody else right there. If you just watch the breakdown of that play, the option is there. And when we take it to the next level, to the NFL, where we have a threat like Jonathan Taylor in the backfield, a healthy Jonathan Taylor in the backfield, linebackers or defense coordinators are already going to be trying to shut him down. Then you bring in that extra element of knowing that you can option it off with Richardson with the ball running that 4.4 40. That's scary to think about. He can be elusive and just break through the first line of defense. And then once you get to a cornerback or a safety, that one-on-one, it's over. There's no chance. A linebacker, I'm sure, will try to take their shot. But a cornerback or a safety, probably not going to try to go head-to-head with him on a one-on-one. That's just not going to happen. They're going to try to shoulder him. He's either going to run him over.
Knock him out of bounds.
Yeah, yeah, try to knock him out of bounds. I don't know if you saw, man, 6'4", 245 pounds. It's not that easy to get out of bounds, especially when he's moving at 100 miles an hour. But his explosive speed puts him at such an advantage because if he's moving, you have to take a deep pursuing angle, hope you can meet him because you're not going to tackle from the side. I mean, you're going to have to come down super hard to try to meet him at some point, like you said, Eric, to try to get him out of bounds because if you try to run lateral at him, it's just not going to happen. And if you try to run head up at him, I just don't think it's going to happen again, unless you're a linebacker or unless you know you have some extra help coming your way. I don't think too many people are going to try to go for the ankles for him. They're going to try to hit him up high, and it's just not going to work. And when I was looking at films, what I liked about what he does when he runs the ball is he slows down because he's anticipating a block. He'll point out a block, whether that be for the block to try to come. He has a chance to take off himself and just zoom past anybody else who's on the field. So I really think that, what he brings to the table is next level for us, especially when we think about third down threat and even bigger on the fourth down threat. I mean, QB sneaks, QB design draws, I think they're all going to be super beneficial. We know how elusive Shane Steichen was with that in the Eagles. I mean, he led the Eagles to third and fourth down, a conversion percentage at 58.92%, single season highs for them on third down completions. When we look at Jalen Hurts, and again, I know this is not an episode about the Eagles or about Jalen Hurts or Shane Steichen, but I just want to bring into reference what Steichen did while he was there. But Jalen Hurts had 56 rushing first downs in 2021 and 67 first downs in 2022. What that means is that kept the Eagles on the field. That extended their drive over and over and over. When we think about Richardson, who is averaging that 6.3 in Florida, there are going to be opportunities for him this season because we know how bad the Colts were on third down last year. I think the Colts were like 30-something% on third down. It just, we never did anything. So having someone like him who can now extend that play force on a third down, whether that be with a draw or just a QB sneak or even that fourth down, which was such a big factor for the Eagles last year. I think that brings a whole new element to us with Steichen and Richardson connection that we're going to have. And last but not least, Eric, just want to give a quick blurb about how that red zone presence will be for us, man. He can run the option in that red zone. He can QB sneak in the red zone. We have the RPO. We can just hand the ball off. I mean, I think it'll be wild. The world opens up if and when we get to that red zone, because I know we'll be getting there a whole lot more this year than we did last year. So when he gets there, I mean, only thing we're going to have to do is have the line block for a second or two, just long enough for Richardson or JT to be able to make a read, and they get the ball and they take off. And I got a feeling that Richardson will be getting a lot of touches this year, and he'll probably be trying to shoot for that 9, or if he's starting come week 1, I'd be willing to bet he's going to be shooting for 9 or 10 rushing touchdowns just for himself. And I know he has the ability to do it. So I think that his rushing ability it's next level for, and this is going to set us up for some great success.
That was very well said. I agree. The rushing ability is there. Anthony Richardson, I mean, just at Florida, it was crazy to see him just bulldoze over people. Now, I'm hoping once he gets to the NFL, he learns to slide a little bit more, unless the game's on the line. Maybe he's got to, push through. But I just don't want to see some top-notch defenders just blow his head off. I know he's a little bit more durable and can take the hit, but I'm always about protecting the quarterback. But no, his rushing ability is crazy. I mean, guys, we've seen Lamar Jackson change the way the game's played. We've seen guys like Josh Allen. Justin Fields last year was very explosive in a lot of plays. He would take off from the 30-yard line and get a touchdown from a dead play. That's going to be incredible if he can improve as a passer. But Anthony Richardson also has to improve as passer. But anyway, Jamal, I'm going to be short and sweet. The second skill area, which he's already top 5 in, which we believe is arm strength. That's probably the flashiest skill area, but it really means something, because the biggest arms in the NFL, I think he's already up there. He has that rare arm strength. Who has better arm strength than him or on the same level? I would say Josh Allen. Josh Allen has a really big arm. Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert. Those are the big arm guys that come to mind. Am I missing anybody, Jamal?
No, I think those are all accurate.
Yeah, like Aaron Rodgers, he's getting a little older. Yeah. So, anyways, I'd really argue that Anthony Richardson is just a tad bit stronger. He's something we've never seen before. He can literally fire a laser beam out whenever he wants to. So he's in that elite category with all the guys I just mentioned. The way he just throws it 60 yards, effortless throws, you'll see it. I think you guys have already seen, but he doesn't even have to get his full throwing motion in. I just really haven't seen someone do it like that. Like Will Levis is also up there. I forgot about him, but I think Anthony Richardson might have Will Levis a little bit. Like he can just plant his back foot into the ground and launch it. Like it's that rare arm strength again. Like Bryce Young, like comparing it to him. Bryce Young can make every throw in the NFL, but it takes effort. Like it takes effort for him to launch it 50 yards. So he has to have that full motion in, get that foot planted, and launch it, clean pocket, things like that. But Anthony Richardson, he can roll out to his right, launch it 60 yards like a dart. I mean, it's not like I'd rather him get better in a lot of skill areas, but arm strength is a flashy area, and it's going to show up because, like we never really pushed the ball downfield last year. So it's going to show up on TV, guys. Like we're going to be able to see it. Shane Steichen's system, what's coming. It's explosion. He'll be able to make every throw. So, and then I haven't even talked about like the velocity. Like he has such a strong arm. He can fit it into those tight windows. I remember seeing some Matt Ryan throws last year that the ball didn't get there quite fast enough. So the defender was able to react that much faster to make a play. We don't want that. Now, I don't want him to zip it too hard where it's like a heat-seeking missile, but he can work on touch later. He has the ability to zip it into that tight window. So I think this offense has a lot of potential in this coming year, and it does all start with Anthony Richardson and this new system. So I can't wait to see it reach its full potential. It's going to be great. But yeah, arm strength, top 5, got to be.
I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. I can't wait to see that armor strength in training camp here in a couple weeks. So it's exciting times.
Yeah, preseason is going to be a wonder because we get to see him in NFL action for the first time. So this preseason is going to be even better. But yeah, guys, those are top 5, 2 skill areas in which Anthony Richardson is already top 5 in that we believe. Let us know if you guys agree with us in the comments. That's going to be it for us, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Colts Cast. We are live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or any platform you use to listen to podcasts. We'll be back next time to give you some more Indianapolis Colts content. Y'all have a good rest of your weekend.
Have a good one.